And there it is. There's the red light for the live button. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wizzo Talk. I'd like to thank all of my supporters, all of my subscribers. I appreciate your love and support. And all the ones that may watch this now, may watch it later. I appreciate your support also. Remember that it's also free, 100% free to like, share, and subscribe. You can also find Wizzo Talk on Spotify. So look me on up. We're going to go around the room. We're going to meet our guests. And then we're going to get on with finding my voice, why I became a podcaster. Miss Blackman, go on and get us started with that. Your intro.
Hey y'all, I'm Toy Blackman. I'm behind Successful Toy Podcast, the shit talking podcast where you come on that motherfucker, speak your mind, baby. Okay, so yes, you can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and all that good stuff. I'm everywhere. And I'm also an author. I have my own brand, and yeah, I'm here.
All right. Shit, boy, it's full of life. Jump on up in that damn thing. See how we gonna get behind that. OB, what you got for us?
Oh man, I'm gonna keep it real simple for y'all. Y'all neighborhood All-American RVP Baker, retired Army guy. I actually got into it because my little brother thought I should be into it. I went to school for digital cinematography, and he had the idea to start a podcast. And I said, hey, I thought about it. Maybe we could do something. But he's like, no, man, you know all this stuff. You know how to edit. Let's do it. And before you know it, we had 3 seasons of the First and Fifth Son podcast. We down right now, but we're going to come back up. And besides, I'm enjoying myself coming on Wizzo Talks.
Already. All right. That's what's up. Appreciate you. Coach Lee, hit us with that intro.
Man, it's your boy, Coach Lee, also known as Lee Bayless, a.k.a. Clarence Haddock, but most famously known with STWF TV streams, anything podcast, here to have some fun, man.
Damn. Full of life, boy. That's how it is. How you get through with that wood and put them to sleep. Woo! Rice, what you got for us, Rice?
I just be chilling, man. I'll be all over the place. I like to talk and I like to listen. So I guess podcasting was where it was at, just hanging out, man. I'm a social being, so yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
All right, that's what's up. All right,
Rice 320G. And I just hang out.
All right. That's what's up. Tony, what you got for us there?
What's going on, man? Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for having me on, Wizzo. Been looking forward to coming on for a minute now. Tony Johnson. I'm an author. I have a nonprofit, Changing the Narrative. I do a lot of work with the youth. And well, we're not getting into why we got into the talk. We just giving our intro, right?
Just your intro, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Wealth is Gangster. That's my podcast, and we just talk about a lot of wealth, and we just talk about finances and everything money. So because that's I believe our community, all the problems that lie, got a root that goes back to money. So I got into this because we need to talk about the money. It always leads back to the money.
All right, that's what's up. All right, Seven, what you got for us on that intro?
Yo, much bliss. It's your boy 7 Points of Bliss, aka Pomegranate Samurai, man. Y'all can check me out on Spotify under Cosmic Currency 777. That's my podcast. And man, if you look for any of my art, check me out under After Real Truth, all one word. And I'm on all social media platforms.
Boom. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. I'm looking at here on this monitor, and we look good in the motherfucker, y'all. I'm telling you, we looking good up in here. We looking rat good. Right good. I'm a little hot yellow in this motherfucker, but we still looking good though. We still looking good. So
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm just saying, guys, I want to just thank you everyone for coming on, all my guests here. And you can check out the comments because the comments is going on over there. But and just to say thank you, I really appreciate you guys coming on. Appreciate y'all being on time also, because time is very valuable. I don't make shit on this podcast. I don't pay shit. So y'all coming on here donating y'all time, I appreciate you for it. So, but I'm gonna just let you know briefly before we get on off into it, what made me kind of put this together. So I have 2 friends in Killeen that's thinking about, launching a podcast and have some questions and so forth and so on. And I met a guy, my Uber driver in Vegas was talking about doing a podcast. And then he hit me. I'm like, why don't I just get some guys on here, some podcasters on here, and let them tell their story of, how they became or why they became a podcaster. So that's how this was born. It just right off the top and right off the rip. With all that being said, ladies first. So I'm gonna come on up to Miss Blackburn and let her tell us, about your starting your podcast, how you come about it. Our guys after that, I'm gonna work the room, and then we're gonna have some Q&A.
First of all, my dick bigger than yours. I'm a man, but
You sure got that right, but I think, I don't know. Bryce, why you looking up at the screen? Because she said her dick was big. You looking for the hang down?
Rice like the fuck y'all got over me. No, Rice, I'm a real woman, Rice. Look how he looking. Okay, so what was the question again? Because I had to do that because I know y'all gonna always keep making
The question I think was about your dick size, but I don't know. I'm just saying, No.
Why did you become a podcaster? Because I thought you came upon to fool me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the question.
I became a podcaster because, as y'all see, I like to talk shit. I like to be myself. I like to be authentic. I didn't want to focus on anything negative, no drama, no none of that. Like, I don't care how big, how small you are. When you come on my podcast, we're going to focus on the positive side of anything that you have going on in life. So I don't give a fuck if you're a fucking person that can walk on your hands with fingers, one finger, like, bitch, that's something positive. Bring your ass over here. Let's talk about it. How the fuck you could do that? But my podcast is just positive. I don't want to focus on the negative. We have enough podcasters out there that focus on the negative, and I just don't have the energy to be in everybody's business.
Okay. Well, shit, that was short, sweet, to the point, and I like the way you opened it up. Even your intro was full of life and full of fun, and then when you threw the dick out there, shit, I'm gonna be talking about that throughout the whole podcast. Cause Coach didn't already talk about how he didn't went laid wood and put mama to sleep. Shit. And why you gotta talk about my dicks? Why you didn't call out these other dicks in the room?
I was talking about everybody because you said ladies go first. I'm like, shit, he gonna make me go first the whole show. So I gotta let them know my dick bigger than yours.
Yeah. Well, that's just kind of how we like to, because you already know, hell, after the guy come, that motherfucker like a limp noodle. So we try to make sure you come first. So we want you to go first. So anyway. All right. Well, let's get off of that dick and let me go. Let me go. Come over there to Coach.
Look at Rice. Look at Rice.
Yeah, where am I at? I'm appalled.
Coach, come on, hit us with that. Why you became that podcast, and y'all, we got people in the comments over there too. So check them out. Appreciate y'all.
Man, for me, it was kind of unique. It was a situation, obviously, during COVID, had time on my hands. My business partner, Ivan, kept trying to get me to do it, kept trying to talk me into it. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm ready for that. So I actually have a speech impediment. I stutter when I get real excited. So actually doing this has actually helped me improve that over time to whether, just like riding a bike or boxing or something, it gets better and better. But it's my way, after a long, hard day at work, being able to come home, jump on here, get into my alter ego, my other personality, have fun, and entertain folks. That's what I do with.
All right, that's what's up. All right, Tony, what you got for us, man? Why you become a podcaster?
Well, I was told, I have a lot of conversations that's way before the camera. And, and it's been for years, a quick little bio of my story. I left my mom's house when I was 12, and I lived a certain life for a long time. But, so I was always ahead of my time. And when it comes to the people I hung around, so people were like, man, the stuff you be saying, I be hearing this rich person talking about it, or this person on YouTube. You need to start talking to the public about what we talk about personally. So that was like the first introduction of why I wanted to start getting on here, because I'm really like a behind the camera guy. But this made me just get on out there, and I just want to. I believe in my thing is about building up our community, and I believe media and my nonprofit is called Changing the Narrative. But I really believe we need to control the narrative too. A lot of things that we would program and talk, and it's because the media and because the people that was on TV told us that. We didn't know if it was true or not. So, I want to really control control the narrative, really bring out the topics and the subjects that I want to talk about or that's important to our community and all that. And Wealth is Gangster, it's kind of bigger. It's bigger than a podcast because we're turning that into a network. So that's something we building with reality shows. I got a cooking show coming. So we're actually building that out as a 7-day different shows coming on every day. And we want to work that into a network where we really can go to a Roku or go to someone and really present it as a network and get on. So we starting off with the podcast, the interviews and all that. But right now we're going more into like live TV, cooking shows and different things. So it can actually be looked at as a network. And we're still going to do podcasts. I love to talk about money. I like to talk about, our people, because I focus on our people. I have a lot of different people on, but it always kind of circles back to us and what we need to do and how we need to do it and how we can better ourselves. And the teachings of Powernomics right here, Dr. Claude, one of the pillars of us building up a better, stronger nation is the media. And when it comes to the radio, the television, and all that. So that's one part of what I got into it. Now that I'm an author, I got my first book out. So, different things like this, when you're a podcaster, it's easier to promote it, put it out there, and at the same time, have the conversation that you want to have, bring up the topics that you want to have. And it's leaving a legacy. When I'm gone 100 years from now, somebody in my family lineage will be able to go back and watch the different shows and the different topics and where it started at, who's the person that started breaking the generational curse in our family. And they'll be able to go back to these videos and other videos that I'm a part of. So that's really why I got into it.
Okay, that's what's up. And I purchased that book too. So
Appreciate
I got it. Yeah, no doubt.
Appreciate
All
you,
right. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Rice, come on with you, man. Why you become a podcaster, Rice?
Well, because I was playing video games one day and I found out on the PlayStation 4 that you could stream the video game. But then I found out they had a video game that was a studio that you could actually have interaction with, like make a mini movie if you wanted to, right? And a bunch of my friends like Chef, Laricia, Big Snoop, they were already doing this. And so I made a podcast just to have me some fun and kick it with people all over. Get some different ideas. And here 10 years later, we're still hanging out like friends.
Damn,
I don't have very many followers, but the people I got are very, very, very consistent. Like this is like our phone call every day to check on each other and make sure that everybody's all right. And it's a lot of us, So but what I ended up using it for was, like I say, information, getting different perspectives, understanding people, listening, because there's a lot of different walks of life, it's just been wonderful, just the information highway, and the whole journey. But that's really why I became it was right around it was about 4 or 5 years before the pandemic, but the pandemic kind of boosted everything up because nobody could go anywhere. So this was like your outlet. You know what I'm saying? I met a lot of great people during that time. This is actually my third channel because we would go at it and talk about each other so much that they would take our channels from us. But yeah, so, and I learned through the years, not only do I have tough skin, but I learned through the years that a lot of that's not even worth it no more. I'm more into building now than tearing down, because right now it's crucial.
Right. That's what's up. Okay. And 10 years, goddamn, and 3 other channels. Shit.
All my other channels were on the verge of being monetized, but right when I can get them monetized, that they started striking them to death, probably for music, because I listen to a lot of music. I like to DJ, and so I don't really. I have a lot of what I call throwaways, where the copyrights come in and stuff like that. So you can't do nothing with them. You just get rid of them.
Right. Okay. All right. Appreciate you sharing on that. OB, what you got on it, man? You gave us a little sample a while ago, but I had to come back to you on it. Why you become a podcaster?
I can elaborate on it. It's kind of like what everybody else said during the pandemic. There's a lot of free time on the hands. I was going to school, but I really got to give it up to my little brother, man. We were just shooting the shit, talking about how our lives kind of came back together after we started differently. You know, he was real street. I was real military. I went did 20 years in the military. He did 10 plus years in the pen. And when he got back, we got together, started having some ideas, sound like what y'all sharing right now. And he said, you know, we should do a podcast on this. So we did one just to see how it felt. We had a few people hit on it, and then we just started talking about our life, and then we had more people hit on it. And honestly, like you do your podcast, Wizzo, we was doing it for the fun. We wasn't looking for any kind of monetization, anything. We were just putting shit out that we wanted to talk about, and anybody wanted to ask a question, we was gonna field it right there. So that's how I got into it, man.
Right, right. All right, that's what's up. Okay. 7. Come on with it.
I got into podcasting because I really like just giving people information, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if I see somebody with a problem, like I just talk to random people just in passing. And any information I have, I feel like I just share freely. And I feel like information and knowledge should be given freely. It shouldn't be something that should be like monetized. You know what I'm saying? So people were just telling me like, man, you should do a little podcast or whatnot, man. So I end up doing it because of that. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like people need information. And then we live in the age of information. It's like the golden age of information, but people don't look up things to help themselves. You know what I'm saying? At all. Like people don't look up things to better society or the world or anything. People use the internet for selfish reasons. So that's the reason why I just started it was just to give people more information and more positive energy, because I think we really need to start to understand that we can all control the narrative as far as changing the world together. Like people don't believe that they have power. You know what I'm saying? People don't even understand the power of thought. So that's why I call my podcast Cosmic Currency, because thought is cosmic currency. Just to be able to think is a priceless thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Everything that we have in this reality is based on thought. So I just try to inspire people and just show them the power that they have just by thinking differently and moving together.
All right, that's what's up. And last but not least, it'll be me. I started my podcast because my youngest son and I, we always have conversations, and he said one time, Daddy, you should start a podcast. I'm like, what the fuck is a podcast? Don't know what the fuck it was. And they never watched one of them, didn't know shit about it. So 2 years passed, and I broke out the pen and the paper, and they usually know once that pen hit the paper, I start researching. So I started my podcast in 2022. I launched my first one in January 23, which I interviewed my dad talking about history in Temple, Texas. And, just kind of went on from there. A lot of research. And I've spent about $15,000 on it because I'm in my studio now, which is a tough shed that I've had insulated, and I brought banners, I brought lights and this and that. And because my house is kind of small, so 15,000 is a lot. But I bought a trademark, I got an LLC, I got a whole bunch of shit I probably didn't fucking need, about 30 different microphones. And then I ran across Coach, and I think one time I asked Tony about StreamYard because I was paying in Killeen, which is not far from me. I'll go up there and rent their little studio out for about an hour, 2 hours, or something like that, and just kind of went from there. So, but I'm loving it. I've learned a lot. I've spent a lot. I've brought caps. I brought merch. I brought shit that I ain't even selling. I'm just giving away. Brought magnets for my truck. And I think, Coach, you kind of complimented on my magnets and my logo and stuff like that at one time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I appreciate you on that. So that's kind of real quick how I got mine. And I reached out to my son, my oldest son. I say, for a name. He said, well, nickname is Wizzo. So what does Wizzo do? He talk. Boom. Wizzo Talk was born. And I like, well, shit, too easy. Went to a freelancer, got my logo made for $25, and had them bid on it or whatever, stuff like that. But done a lot of research. So that's what I kind of want to open it up to some questions. We all hit on something, but I want to ask y'all this here. Does everyone have a trademark?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Tony, you don't have a trademark?
Yes.
I mean, Tony, yeah, okay. I thought you had Blackman, you got a trademark?
No.
No. Ain't nobody else. Coach, can you want to go? You or either Tony, one of you guys want to go off into about the value of a trademark?
Yeah, that's for copper. That's your brand. That's you. What you don't want to happen is something. You get out there. You get the following. You start to build up your brand and recognition, and then somebody comes in right underneath you and steals that from you. As long as you have that trademark there, you're protected legally.
Right. I
Be
got you.
proactive.
Yeah. Because you get to getting all those views and all those followers, and somebody come along and then they say, "Oh, I'm gonna take Wizzo Talk," and they go and get it registered, whatever. So there go all my followers, there go everybody and everything I got, because now I have to stop using that.
Yep.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. Anybody got anything before I go into another one? So I'm gonna ask this right here. What about LLC? Anybody LLC, incorporated, LFG, anything like that?
Yes.
I have 3 LLC.
Yeah,
Only
I
got 3
LLC.
LLC. Who else
Oh,
said that?
Yeah.
All my other businesses, I haven't did anything yet with my podcast because I just came from another podcast where I had a co-host and we would sit to the toy and be, and now I branched off by myself. So I really didn't do the paperwork yet for a successful toy podcast.
Okay. All right. And Tony, you say you have 3 LLCs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You feel that a LLC is important for the podcast also?
Yeah, I mean, everything I do in business, I want to protect it. So it's all about protection. And then I plan on everything I do to become huge. So, you know what I'm saying? You need to go ahead and lock down the names, lock down all the things that's going to become more valuable. Because sometimes we just think that we on here just talking and we don't think it's going to go that big or it's going to be that big of a deal. I look at everything I do is going to be huge if it's not already huge. So I always look at the end goal. So LLCs, putting all this stuff in different little trusts and all that. I don't care. I only have 1,000 followers on YouTube yet, and I already moved like I'm a heavyweight in it because I already see it.
Right. That's what's up. And I'll tell you one thing on my trademark, was it trademark LLC on my LLC? I filed it and everything, but I didn't use, and I used my address, and then I found out that the LLC is public, so I went and got a virtual address. So I had to pay to have that changed because I definitely didn't want my own address, under that. But that's something I didn't know or didn't find out till later. So now I have a virtual mailbox, so that wound up helping me on that. So to get that out the way.
Yeah, and having it, it's a difference, especially when as you start looking for business funding and growing your company. If a bank or something see your home address, besides it being a threat to somebody that can just look you up, banks and other businesses don't respect a business at your home address. So you having a virtual address or you having a brick and mortar or any other outside address gives you more credibility as a business.
Right, exactly. So guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna read off this little it's a business credit checklist that I have, and then I just open up the floor for any comments or something like that, because when I was researching on which direction to take my podcast, and there's someone out there that may be watching right now and wondering, okay, what are the steps? Where should I go? So I think one of the things also you should ask yourself, Tony's got a big, huge picture for this, way bigger than what I'm trying to do. I'm just really having fun. I'm not monetized or anything like that. Don't really give a shit if I do get monetized. I'm enjoying the conversation and everything like that. So fuck it if I do, if I don't. But I had a fucking point. What happened to it? There it is. Anyway, so just in case somebody, y'all, I forget a lot where I'm going. So anyways, but just so I'm gonna just read off this right here off of this little business checklist. And it said before I do that, I'll just say that I think I found that point. I reached out and I saw Blackman's dick hanging down, and it made me think about what I was about to say. Blocking my goddamn camera and shit. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about your dick through the whole podcast. But I think you should find out if you want to. So we know your condoms is special made and shit. So
made in China, baby.
So one of the things that I think you should ask yourself when you get ready to start a podcast, and I can, and you guys can comment on this if you want to. Is are you doing it? What are you doing it for? Are you doing it to make money, or is it going to be a business, or is it going to be something you're just going to do for fun? Because if it's something you're going to do for fun, then you may not have to get a trademark. Somebody come along and take all your shit, boom, whatever. But like Tony got 3 LLCs, everything is business. He's looking up blowing up something big. So, you know, that's serves to be profitable for him. So that's just one thing I think you should ask yourself before you start a podcast. So I'm gonna read this list off of TikTok. So it's saying business credit checklist. So it's saying business name, business entity, LLC and all that stuff. EIN, the 411 listing. I got off into that or whatever too. The DUN number, business email, and that's not no Yahoo or no Gmail. So I had to research what a business email. The business phone. I also got the business phone. I had got that through Google, whatever. The business bank account, the business address, business license, and so forth. And that was about it. So I researched, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I researched and did a whole lot of that shit. I didn't spend so much damn money. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Had I had my vision like Tony got his vision, it was cool. But I didn't. I was just doing some shit and having some fun. I'm still enjoying it.
Right.
So, do anybody have any of the things that I just named off, and are they valuable? Or is that something that you need?
Yes. For us is we got in front of that kind of off the bat because as you know we have a studio in Arlington, but we went from being a podcast into we're now more geared towards a full-fledged media company, to where we work with the Dallas Wings, the Frisco Rough Riders, and IFL team in Frisco, the Frisco Fighters. So we were able to pivot to that. So when we going to have these conversations with these professional sports organizations, those are the type of things they're looking for. And we're like, bam, it's already here. So we have instant credibility at that point. We've applied to be a part of the media credentials team with the New England Patriots and the New Orleans Saints. So we got that growth opportunity, and it's already there for us.
Damn. I like
That's
that.
what's up. Doing some big things. I saw the I don't know, the Kelsey brothers or somebody signed up. I think Coach, they may have shared that on SW, $1 million contract or something.
$100 million contract.
100 million. Yeah.
I think with Amazon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So it's definitely money to be paid out there in it. So you agree with all the list that I have that a person starting a podcast should have all those items?
I wouldn't say
that's the
you
way
have
that you
to
wanna
have
go.
it starting off, but if depending on, like you say, depending on your goal, like if you're really trying to grow this and really taking it serious, yes. If not, you can just just go for it. It just depends on your vision and how big you want to go with it.
Well, my
A
vision
lot of
is
people
definitely. Go ahead, Rice.
I was just gonna say a lot of people have a lot of ink. Like my print business, it's not associated at all with me chilling because it's a print company. So it's more geared to everything print. So you're not gonna see a lot unless I put my QR code up here or something. You're not gonna see that. But that's only because, like we had a comment earlier, that's only because I have stalkers and kids that play. So I don't mix my I can't mix my stuff because what they'll do is they'll do anything to discredit it because it's funny to them.
Yeah.
So I've learned to keep my business separate. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because YouTube can be a tricky place if you say how you feel and someone doesn't disagree and they're highly motivated. Does that make
Right.
sense? You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? So that's why you'll see a bunch of us have different channels just because of the algorithm. Like my friend Snoop, he's a huge mukbanger, but at the same time, he has a channel for gaming that he doesn't mix the two because if he does, the algorithm's gonna throw it off. When it's time for when he drops his videos, we're not gonna get them because they're gonna put him in a gaming section.
Okay. All right, Miss Blackman, what were you about to say?
Yeah, my vision for my podcast is definitely big. I do want to do media and stuff like that, and I'm actually getting my chance. My first media gig is Sunday. I'm doing the red carpet media movie premiere, and I'm the media for the movie. So I get everything that you guys say, and I definitely, this is not just something I'm just doing. Like, I definitely have a vision and want to grow with it. But I wasn't in a rush to like do all the stuff that y'all said, but now that y'all saying this, it's making sense that I hurry up and do it because I definitely want to be big. So yeah,
Right, right.
and I
Okay.
am getting opportunities offered to me. So yeah,
All right, congrats. So we done already got a little bit of something out of this convo right here. So that's definitely good. We got the
And,
pen and the
and,
pad out, just like
and
Seven
it did.
said. Shit, info is free.
yeah,
And just because the years I've been on, I'm going to tell y'all now, when they send y'all those reviews and those emails and those changes, make sure you read them. That's very important. Make sure you look at your statistics. Make sure you look at your targets.
Yeah,
Who you want, who's watching, who's are they man, are they a girl, are they from other countries, are they what's the age range? They give you all this stuff. So a
yeah,
lot of the times you can gear your material for that.
yeah,
right.
And
And I
AI
t-
will help you do all that gearing your materials.
yeah,
right.
I don't, unless I'm being lazy. Well, that's even lazier using AI. But a lot of my titles, AI does them. A lot of my descriptions, AI does them.
Mhm,
I just
mhm.
give AI the idea.
yeah. I
Yeah,
just tell him what I want him to say,
Yeah,
it to say, and then it
and
put
then
it.
it gives me 3 or 4 deals, and then I go in and read which one sounds the best to me, and I just, copy and
yeah.
paste that one. Let's roll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I use that also because I was struggling with the description a lot,
Yeah,
having to come up with these descriptions for all these damn, I'm like fucking all the different titles. So I even experienced with the that Orpheus clips that makes my little short clips. I just drop my whole podcast in there. It puts my clips in there. I haven't got really playing with it where it adjusts everybody in the screen just fine yet, but I like that because one of my shorts turned over like 39,800 some views. And I was like, I was just watching the numbers go up. And that topic was, can black people be racist? And it just took off like a jet. I was like, shit. So a lot of comments, a lot of feedback and stuff like that. So I use Chat GPT and I use Orpheus Clips. I hadn't used Orpheus Clips that much no more because I really like for them to watch the whole podcast. But sometimes people just catered into the shorts. What are you gonna say, Harvey?
No, I was just going to say that using those shorts will bring people to
to you.
see the clip. So, I mean,
Yeah,
whatever you do, I'm gonna support you 100%. We
yeah,
down like four flat tires, but
yeah,
I think one small to bring the big. And when we look at this podcast thing, everything is interconnected. Whether you're doing this for fun, whether you're doing it for business, all interconnected. And like I put in the chat, whether you like it or not, we are a business. You
right,
might think it's fun and stuff, but when it take off, I guarantee you there's gonna be somebody out in the shadows trying to get your stuff, and you got to pay for your own damn name. So
yeah,
if you're gonna do this, it's cool to be fun, but if you're on this social media, you got to, like they say, protect your neck.
Yeah.
yeah,
Have some kind of coverage on that.
yeah,
And
no
Wizzo,
doubt.
can I ask you a question right quick? How come you don't use StreamYard to do your clips?
I heard StreamYard. Say that again.
Why you don't use StreamYard to do your clips, to generate your clips?
Shit, I don't know. I need to work on that. I need to get with that shit. I mean, I don't know.
Cause
Sal,
you go and put your whole, you download it from here and take it somewhere else and let them do it when you could do everything right here.
Shit, I see. I didn't know that. I need to get with
Yeah,
that program. So
Just taught me
let me.
something too.
Shit, look.
yeah.
you can. I mean, there's a bunch of them do it now, just because everything is being AI infused.
Yeah, I didn't. I think I've seen that email about that, but I'm gonna have to check into that for sure because I damn sure didn't.
And even
Appreciate that.
YouTube will. I think YouTube will do it. The thing they have the statistics on. They have all the statistics on when your traffic was higher. So every time you said something that was in a high trigger range, like the one that went viral like that, the
Yeah,
reason why is because you hit a high trigger range. So what that did was that made more and more people go and see it because there was a trigger value, and they got those peaks that go up and down on their deal that'll tell you this is a high trigger range. You might want to make this a clip because it's
okay.
going to attract viewers. Kind of like, and hashtags are important too when you use that. Hashtags are big.
See, I've been reading different views on that, so I wasn't sure about the tags or whatever. Cause
Yeah.
you know, Coach, you saying
Place-
yeah on the tags
Yeah, placement in your titles.
in the title?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hashtags
I
are huge.
I didn't know that. I'll check onto that. Let me just kick it in reverse just for a second. Rice, you said something about a strike. I received a strike on YouTube, and Coach,
Did they?
I think y'all remember me telling y'all they put me in YouTube jail,
Yes.
and
YouTube got
Yep.
jail?
fuck
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, they
And
got
Yep.
let
you
me tell
in
you,
jail.
What the
it
fuck did
was
you
something.
do?
If you
Hey, Seven and
if you
I,
come off, that's
I
why
was,
a lot of
oh,
us will say allegedly to everything. Go ahead, Wizzo. My bad, but we
oh,
use allegedly a lot if we
well,
Yep.
from there.
shit. We
Yep.
gonna
Yep.
use it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing that.
Okay.
But Seven and I,
That's your scapegoat.
yeah, we were doing a podcast and we said something about COVID or some shit like that. And the thing about it
Man,
was,
why would you talk about them people?
it was for about like 3 seconds or some shit. It wasn't even long. I protested. They said, you know how it go when you protest something. Anyway, they put me in jail for a week and they took down my video, but it's still up on Spotify. But YouTube took it down. But when you research it, that same comment is all over YouTube everywhere. But they took my shit down and gave me a strike. So you get a couple, three of them, then your ass is looking for another channel or some shit like that. So
Damn.
anyway, yeah. So YouTube does have jail. That's for damn sure.
And that's a touchy subject because what they do is they deem you as giving out medical information, and you're not.
Oh
You don't have a
wow.
license to do that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but like Seven said before, if they're the fact checkers, well, who's checking the fact checkers?
Right.
They that's the
They are.
thing, and that's a lot of why Google's being sued now over the monopoly because of the misinformation and disinformation that's being projected. Because
Gotcha,
with AI
gotcha.
now, you can just make anything. I made a whole song the other day, and it
A-
is sick.
AI made me a song too for my podcast.
Yeah, and look, all I typed in is it said type in my thought, bright sunny skies ahead, and it made like this whole dope song, like out of the studio song. And I was like,
Damn,
man,
damn.
this is terrible for the music industry.
Oh,
Man, if
with.
it take off, I'm gonna be lip syncing. Ain't nobody ever in the world gonna know I can't sing. They just
Okay.
Right. Well, that's definitely sure. Well, we all learning a lot right here because y'all done taught me some shit that I didn't even know and that I need to write down and get on. I think I just been kind of lazy and not putting forth the effort. Now, Tony, I'm gonna tell you, I admire you. I'm nowhere near thinking about like you're on the level that you're trying to think of. You talking about changing up and doing something real big. I'm nowhere near that at all. But
You there?
big
You
up,
just don't. You mentally you haven't thought about it. It's already in the making. It's up to
Yep.
you from now.
Absolutely.
yeah. It may be. I'm not on sure now. I'm gonna send out a shout out to all of the viewers watching. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping on in. And I know we got quite a few people sharing the podcast, sharing the live. So I appreciate you guys that sharing that also. And I already know Rice usually bring over about 30 people with him and shit like that from his other channels.
But
So
that's like I say,
appreciate that.
we together every day like family. Like my brother
Period.
Chef, he does a show every other day, and I fill in the blanks. If we were
Right.
more consistent and had like real content and stuff, like a news channel, it'd be pretty dope. But we just be chilling and we hang out for hours. I'm talking about 7, 8 hours on the stream.
Oh no.
Dang.
Yeah, no, we
He said,
ain't
"Oh,
gonna
I'll
we
be
ain't
able
gonna
to come
I
back.
got
I'll,
I
I'll
got
be
shit
like,
to
y'all, I'm
do.
free. Like,
we ain't gonna be that long.
Hey man,
I'll go give me something to
I,
eat, come back, watch a little while, go do something else, and then I'll jump back in and talk about something if they talking about something interesting. Or I got
Yeah.
something to say,
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, I want to
we
second. I want to second what Coach Lee was talking about with Wizzo, and I've said this to you before, man. You might be doing it for fun and stuff, but I see something big in this, man. This is
yeah.
the reason why
Absolutely.
whenever you call me, I try to be on here because one of these days, one of my documentaries is going to hit, and people are going to be searching. Well, where did this guy come from? And
Yeah.
all of it's going to be on Wizzo Talk, but not just that, man. Every one of y'all that's on here. When I look at this, and yeah, it's all love. I look at future entertainers, future stars, man. Everybody starts somewhere, and I'm looking at being at the groundwork of y'all doing this. So when y'all get big, man, I'm gonna be able to say, hey, I was there day one watching them and stuff.
Yeah.
And when I blow up, y'all won't have to be going through people. Y'all just contact me directly and say, hey, I want to do an interview. Come on my podcast. We're gonna do it. That's how business should be working. When we talking about
Yep.
building a community together, we don't build it once we get all the money, get famous, got handlers. We do it like we doing right now. And Wizzo, bro,
Grassroots.
everything you've doing since the first time you had me on here, I was like, dude, this is gonna be money in the bag. It's
Yeah.
gonna be money in the bag, man.
Oh shit! Well, appreciate y'all seeing it. Like Tony saying too. Also, I just said it's there. I hadn't saw it yet, but I appreciate that. So well, goddamn shit, y'all got me over here. All right, let me reach up in the ceiling and grab the black from dick, pull it on down there and shit.
What's up?
This is hitting y'all upside the damn head and shit. Yeah, I appreciate that, though, Ari. But guys, let me go on. Let me ask you guys this. So, what about as far as choosing guests? How do you come up with a topic, and then how do you reach out to get guests on the show?
Ladies first again. Okay. So,
Oh no, anybody? Yeah, go ahead.
so with me, I have flyers that I post for each segment. I have one flyer that's for all my segments. So with my podcast, I have different segments. I have the interviews to where someone want to come on my show and they want me to interview them. I have that available. I have my 21 question segment. That is what how I got started. That was my main thing. Like, I come up with 21 questions and voice my opinion on them. Some people in my family or my friends, they used to submit questions to me and have me to voice my opinion on and speak and see how everybody else feel about it. Then I have my card game that I made just for my podcast, because when I started, I used to use other people's games, and I'm like, man, let me go and do my own game. That way I ain't got to use nobody else shit, and then people can buy my fucking card game. So I have that. It's called 21 Questions with a Twist. And then I have conversations, and the conversation is focused on mental health. So those are all my segments that I have. Oh, and now I just added music promo. So artists submit their music to me, and I dedicate a day to play all the artists' music.
Damn.
Man, that's nice. Toy, I like the way you think on that. My little brother, he wasn't too crazy about it, but I stand by this. Writing the script, knowing about what you're going to talk about before you get on is monumental. When we get on there, the first thing I do is I have a Zoom meeting with my brother and talk about things we want to go through, not just for the one podcast, but for the next, 5 or 6 podcasts, what things we might want to cover. And we leave spots in there for things like current events or hot topics. Like, his topic is on trucking, because that's what he does. My topic is on the military, because that's what I used to do. So every time we have it, we kind of have an established flow of how it's going to start, what's going to be the middle part, and what's going to be the end. And it really helps me doing the writing, because when you start to pitch this stuff to broadcast and stuff, they want to see a book. They don't want to hear an idea. They want to see something solid that you have, that you put work into. And it is hard work, but here's the good thing about hard work. They can't play with your money and say, oh, we got to pay somebody to flip that to make it into something sustainable for us.
Right.
You can do all that stuff yourself, even without going to school. But you got to get in that habit of doing it, because, again, we're already a business. Just the fact that people tune into us, we're already business. So we should establish ourselves and treat ourselves like business. Have set times, have set topics, and know how we're going to close out.
Yeah. Because with that too, like with my segments, even if I don't have a guest, I still could do my show by myself. Some people won't do a show if they ain't got no guests. Me, myself, if I ain't got no guests, I can fall back on one of my segments.
That I have an open panel. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that, but I copy and paste the link, and then I pin it to the top of my channel. So my panel is rotating. I mean, one day I might be by myself. Nobody might not want to talk to me. I'm used to that because that's how I started out, just listening to music, chatting with people. So that was me. And when I first started out, I might get 3 views in a 4 hour period because nobody knew who I was. You know, I didn't really have nobody. Um, but the more I exposed myself, the more I exposed myself, the the better off I was. And I've always just known it as open panels. So people from down there could actually come in and say what they have to say. Now, first of all, I got rules, 21 and up and respectful.
Right.
Right.
I want everybody to feel I want everybody to feel like they have a safe place to talk. And you're not going to get that all the time on open panels on YouTube. A
True.
lot of my friends have open panels, and the first thing they do, you get up there and you say something they don't like, they're gonna cuss you out. You know,
Right.
it's gonna go bad real fast, and then it gets really entertaining. You understand what I'm saying? Because now it's personal. You get it. That's the crowd I come from, you know, but that's the crowd because I'm getting older, I'm veering away from. You got when I started this, I was 40. I'm 50 now. I don't want my grandkids going to my channel when I'm 50 going, hey, he's funny, but he was still acting a fool. You know?
Okay. Okay. Anybody
I,
else? Oh, go ahead.
I like the idea, having a run sheet to help you, stay on topic and things like that. Another thing you do as your organization grows, or if you partner with other people, we have weekly meetings on our end. We've got clearly defined roles. We got guys who started with us that were very green. Now they have certain shows that they produce. So not only are we helping challenge each other and develop one another, but we're sharing that information across as far as the ideas and things like that. I think last time I checked, we've got about 24 different shows amongst about 7 to 8 people. And we're steady growing. Something else that I liked that somebody said is coming in and making people feel at home. If we're doing a live stream and somebody in there coming there talking crazy, we'll say our piece. We got an enforcer on the team. They blocked and they booted up out of there. We ain't got time for that because we want everybody to be able to want to come and see what you're talking about and hang out at your spot.
Facts. Facts.
And
Damn,
that's just what I see from open panels. But that's like I say, that's how I started out. Uh, the first guy I started doing StreamYard with probably was like 6 years ago, and we didn't know that you could cut a copy and paste and put it in the comment section. So we had to get each other's email and work it like that, you know. But then I veered out and went to another community and they had it copied and pasted. Anybody want to come up here with me? I'm bored. Bam, they copy and paste it. Everybody gets to hitting the link. Before you know it, you got 10 people up there. You know what I'm saying? And the more the merrier. That's one thing I found out with myself in business. I'm too self-sufficient. I won't include everybody, but if I can make a bunch of people happy, just like a good employer, if you can make your employees happy, especially in the entertainment part or food part, they gonna bring their family.
Yeah.
They gonna bring people. If they not happy at work, that's why your diner empty. Your people don't like you. They not telling nobody to come up there. You understand where I'm coming from? So
Right.
if you could work like that, and that would be networking right here. The more people you involve, and that's why, like Wizzo, the more people he involves, the way this is gonna pop off. This is just the way it's gonna pop off.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you this, and I'm gonna come back to you with this question also, Tony. I know that I don't have a set time. I usually have to kind of round up my guests and work with their schedule and different things like that. Coach, I know y'all come on. What time? I know is it Wednesday? Cause y'all do the chop up, and that shit be killing me sometimes.
That's on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, that chop up that be killing me. I'm not too big into sports a little bit, but
Right.
I pop in, I say what's up, and I go on and share. But I know y'all on a set schedule. Tony, are you on a set schedule, or do you just kind of do when you get your guests together?
Yeah, not right now. That's what we building for. Because, like I said, I want it to be a network. So we have our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night shows. I definitely need to get into more like this because it's the power of what you're doing right now is I just subscribe and follow to each one of these people podcasts. And I don't do that. I just normally have that one person that we talk about a subject or I interview, and that's it. I've never did more than one or two people at a time. You know what I'm saying? So this is powerful. So I'm learning something just by this community conversation, how fast it grows. You get to know other people. Now I'm connected like Miss Toy. I see you share her, so I followed her, and then I hit her. Now I'm gonna be doing something I think on the 14th with her. You know,
Oh, okay.
7 points of bliss. I interviewed him because I met him through being on your show. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like I look the power of this community. What you're doing is I need to learn something from the old school and adapt that because I'll be more serious. I guess I would say I'll be more serious. Give one person we talk about these certain subjects, and that's cool. But when you want to grow your channel and grow your brand and all that, you need more of these community conversations. So I definitely like what you're doing, and I'm gonna have to learning something right now.
That's what's up. Boy, Sam, like we all been learning. I got some notes over here. I can't halfway read all the motherfuckers, but I got some notes on here. We've been sharing the love because I got to go back to my boy Seven. You know, we've been on Wizzo Talk several number of times, and he'll tell you in a minute. You know, information is free, and I reached out to coach them. I came up to coach them studio up in is it Arlington? That was so big, Arlington. And look, you walk down the red carpet. The music is playing and shit, you know, but I got there early and they didn't, and didn't have the music on. He said, God damn, you up in here early. But I'm telling you, we've been together and going on with it since, you know, and they showed me love when I was up there. I can always reach out to them. I email them something or text them and they get right back with me. And, you know, I appreciate that love and support. I'm sure I've done it with RV and Seven and Tor. I mean, you know, we up in this thing and we just share the love. So they made me feel good up there and I appreciate them.
I got two things for everybody. This is the grassroots as far as us building and developing ourselves. I think the biggest thing, and I like to equate this to, is this is like a pickup basketball game. We all working on our game. And we're coming in, we're studying each other's moves, and we're going to take it back and we're going to perfect that. And something else that somebody pointed out to me, and it made a lot of sense. So I've got 3 grandchildren and growing right now. This is a time capsule for them. Stuff that I do and I talk about, they'll be able to go back and see, you know, Papa was crazy this day or Papa was serious this day, but they'll have something to go back and see me, you know, talking to them and talking about them and things of that nature.
That's deep. That's deep. Seven, what you got over there? You've been holding out on me. What's up?
No, I just been listening, man, and just learning, man. Like Coach said, like, man, it's a time capsule, man. Like, I record a lot of videos on YouTube. I don't even really speak on it, but most of those videos are usually just me drawing, doing my art, showing people doing like t-shirt like designs and stuff like that. But usually when I'm doing that, man, I'm really just talking to my kids, bro, and any other children that watch to help them find themselves along the journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a hard world out here, and I can only imagine what the world is like for them growing up now, because it was way different when I was a shorty. So I just try to give the kids some type of wisdom, you know what I'm saying? And try to help them like learn how to draw and stuff like that. But when it comes to my podcast, man, you know what I'm saying? Like my Cosmic Currency joint, I really don't even talk to people about it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I met you, we talked about your joint, we talked about mine a little bit, but I really don't even share it because a lot of the stuff I feel like people are not even ready for. So I feel like people will find it in their own time. So I don't even push it on people because a lot of the stuff that I talk about, I feel personally it's common sense, but people get upset when you talk about things that shatter their world, that they base their whole worlds around. You know what I'm saying? Like, people not ready to discuss money is man-made. It only has the value that we give to it type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people not ready to understand that the government is corrupt and we can crash this whole system type shit. Like, so I really don't even push that stuff on people. I let them find it in their own time. And I really just make it for my kids. So like when I'm gone, they'll have more stuff to see me talking about, and for the other children to see me talking about, so they won't get caught up in this corrupt world, man, thinking that they gotta vote and thinking that they gotta do all this other shit. And this is weird because we live in a world that's to where our parents used to write checks. Motherfuckers don't write checks no more. You know what I'm saying? I keep trying to push this thing like So if people keep changing, why do we keep doing some of the things the same exact way? School doesn't change, but technology changes. And it's like we have to teach our children. And that's what I try to do, like get them to understand that it's okay to change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gotta see that. Nobody's pushing that. People just like, man, do the same shit.
Man, you said a whole mouthful right there, Seven. I really want to talk about you sharing your channel and your ideals on this platform because if anybody's been watching Wizzo, there's two people that's the most unalike, and it's me and it's Seven.
Yeah.
But with all of our banter going back and forth between our conversations, we will intersect on things. We're intersect on things where we're like, hey, facts are facts. I agree with you on that. Or I don't agree with you, so we're gonna roll on. But the beauty of it is we're teaching the community, believe it or not, Seven, we're teaching the community that you can have vastly different ideas and still be cool.
Facts.
I mean, and to me, that's the magic of what you're doing here, Wizzo. And
Yeah.
I really look forward to having Seven conversate on it because I know everything he's saying, he's not trying to dig at me personally. He's telling me how he feels and how he sees it. And when I say stuff, I can accept Seven saying that because he's accepting what I'm saying is my personal truth. And at the end of the day, we still laugh. We look for each other on the
Yeah.
podcast. I follow him and stuff because that's the only way we really going to be able to build forward. When we start talking about our community moving forward, it's not going to happen with everybody having the same mind thought, but it will happen if everybody allows everybody to fit in that parameter, which is our community.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
man, Seven, keep doing your thing, brother. You know, I'm still gonna be that All American. I'm still not gonna let you kill everybody, but we gonna keep moving forward, brother. We here, man.
Hey,
Yo,
It's
I
all
told
I just
love.
wanted to add, if y'all see all those wrenches and everybody's blue in my channel, that's because, like I said, I was raised as helping people that have other channels and everybody's trying to get to know each other. Well, the reason why I have the wrenches be because now you have to be at least a standard moderator in order to go check people out. This is how your moderators work. If you don't
Oh,
have any moderators
nice.
in your chat, when somebody says something stupid, there's nobody to delete any of the stuff. You get where I'm coming from? Now,
right.
standard moderators, you can go to everybody's channel and you can like and sub right then from their channel. You can go, oh, well, this is that person up there. They got a wrench. I got a wrench. We go to each other's channel, like and sub right then. So, but if you don't, you have to copy and paste. Hope that they don't have another channel that's the exact same name.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna be looking for them the whole time, is this you?
Yeah.
Is this you? Is this
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
Is you
know, so
Gotcha.
like I say, we've been playing the game for a long time, so I just know a few rules to help people boost their channels. When you got a panel, like all these are my friends, I've been knowing them for a while. That's why they all got wrenches. And if they see something stupid, if I don't get to it first, they got it. You know,
That's what's up. That's
they
good. I
got
didn't
it
know
in a
that.
whole bunch. So that keeps the trolls from coming in my room because one thing they know, man, everybody in there is a moderator. So
Gotcha.
I don't have no wind. I can't say nothing stupid because immediately.
Right.
Right. And just for me to just to back up just for a second, on Ari and Seven, Troy, you remember I was saying that earlier, Ari and Seven to be on there, they'll go, but it ain't number love in the end because
Yeah.
Seven had to get off one time, and they both from Chicago, and he, gave his closing, but Ari gave a shout out to Seven, and Seven was already gone. When I saw Seven at work the next day, I told him, I said, man, Ari gave you a shout out, man. We know you had to burn off, so he gave you a shout out, and so that's cool. Number love, man. I love it,
Yeah.
love it. So, but let me ask y'all this question right here. So, talking about any challenges or hesitations, that you may have encountered before you started your podcast. Well, should I do it? Hesitate any? And Big Dick, you don't have to go first. I'm just saying.
Hey, hang on me. I was like, who's Big Dick?
You know who it is. You know that's the first thing you said when we started. So hey, I'll go ahead and go
I
first
had forgot.
and let the big person in the room go second or third. One of the challenges that I had when we started our podcast was doing it live versus doing the recording. And
Yeah.
my brother, he 100% real, and he was like, "Nah, let's just put it out there, whatever it is, raw, uncut." And that's good for certain podcasts, but what I was trying to create was something that was molded. So I was like, no, let's just go ahead and record this and dance it up. And we went back and forth with it. But when I told him the things that I could edit in there, like put in a video, what we're talking about, put in sound effects, or cut out, big areas of silence where we just thinking and looking at the camera, he came around to it. Now, everybody don't have to do that. Like Wizzo Talk, it's always 100% live. You get on here, it's gonna be raw and uncut, and we gonna talk probably for an hour or so. But
Yeah.
what we were doing, where I had a scripted dialogue of what we were supposed to be covering on that sheet, it really didn't afford us the time to go out there and just sit there with silence or have gaps in it because it was gonna look unprofessional the way that we were trying to put it out there. So you got to have that idea of how it's going to run before you actually get out there. That's just my thought on it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
When
that's
well,
big.
when I started, baby, we ain't have no thought. I'm gonna go to the first one that I had because I've been podcasting for 2 years now. So the first podcast I had with the co-host, baby, we just was like, we gonna go live on Facebook and we gonna be talking our shit, and that's that. So we used to go live on Facebook, and then I think like our second episode, somebody came on there and told us about StreamYard. Then we got on StreamYard. Then from StreamYard, I got into some podcast groups, and somebody had mentioned RSS.com, and I said, "Ooh, let me check them out." So I went and checked them out, and then I signed up with them, and we used to edit our videos, but then when I branched off and started doing it by myself, at first my first two, I used to edit them, but I'm not good with editing. Like, I'm not a pro at that shit. So I was like, you know what? I'm very authentic. I don't give a fuck. They finna get raw and uncut. They finna get the real me. They gonna see all this shit. So I don't edit my videos. Once I go live, I go live. Yeah, when I started off, it was just from my phone and these headphones, but now my equipment is up, and I'm on every podcast platform that is available for podcasters. So yeah, I have grown a lot from when I first started.
Yeah,
All right.
I,
And we
I,
know
I,
your equipment is up. You made that clear a while ago. So we know
What?
your equipment is up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I,
My equipment up.
I
I got
started off.
video
It,
and auto.
when I started off in a brutal community. Like I said, it was full of people that just like to make people mad. So I didn't know. I had no idea. I had this huge camera that would have my whole house in the background, and anything that they didn't like, they made fun of. My weight, everything. They just, it would come in there and let's just roast this guy. And so that's how I started off. you know,
Yeah.
it was that's just the way it was. But what it did, it built character. It made my skin tough. So now when I'm having a debate with somebody and they say something, 9 times out of 10, I done heard that before because they done already roasted me. But I just got creative. The background. I learned how to run the what I'm running right now is the OBS studio. I got on YouTube and got with a guy that does it and learned how to run OBS studio. Then I went and got a little $20 soundboard. So that like if somebody say a good comment, I just hit the clapping their hands. People be clapping hands. You know,
I like that.
stuff like that. Laughing sound. Kind of like the emojis, but said now you can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Jamaican horns, all that different kind of stuff. Just I try to make it as entertaining and as fun as possible.
Okay. All right.
I
You
like
know,
that. I need
Coach.
that $20 board because I damn sure be needing to make noise on my part, especially when I be doing my men versus women panel. Bitch, I wish I had some buttons I could push on their ass.
I went from a $20 one to check this out. I found a Mixcast 4. Now I spent $500 on
God
one.
damn.
But but if I was to ever really get serious about it, that one will allow me to Bluetooth phone calls in. So Like if,
Ooh.
like say somebody had a call in show. Hey, call this number if you want to call in. Bam,
I want to start doing
y'all can
that.
hear them just like I'm talking to y'all.
Nice.
That's what's up.
I like
Coach, y'all
that.
got something like that too, don't you? With the sound effects and everything, the
Yeah, I
board or
know the
something?
coach do.
Yeah, yeah, we do,
Yeah.
we do.
Coach very professional over there, honey.
Well, I'm at to apologize. I'm at to drop off everybody. It's been a lot of fun. I got a show I got to jump on. I got one right after that. So
All right,
appreciate
Coach.
everybody.
Appreciate you.
All
Thank y'all
righty.
very much. Number
All right.
love.
All right.
Appreciate you,
All right.
coach.
Cool.
Have a
That's what's
good
up.
show.
Yeah,
Already.
Coach be doing. Y'all, we're not gonna be but just a few more minutes, and if anybody got to drop on off, you got to do what you got to gonna do. But let me ask you this: so, what audience do you try to reach out, or what audience do or do you just put it out there and whatever latch on, latch on? I know, Rice, you were talking about how we can go to the analytics and watch the age group and everything like that. So, in your podcast, when you launch it, are you looking for a certain group or people, or you just for anybody that bite on?
I'm
Whoever touched my
spoiled.
shit.
I'm different than everybody else because I started off, like I said, in a crucial community where it was about roasting each other and entertainment. So therefore, the people that are coming to mind are going to be people I've known for a long time, and that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to talk like we just know each other. Um, but like I said, my brother Chef, he kind of broke off, so now he does content and he gets a certain that want to know about current affairs. He does a lot of the rap guys and a lot of basketball, just a lot of current affairs that happen. And when you hashtag that, that's the group you're gonna pull. Those are the people you're gonna pull from wherever, whatever. A lot of people like current affairs. That Aurora thing right now is hot. You see a lot of people doing podcasts on that. Anything that's hot. Like when Cat Williams did that Shannon Sharp, you see how many people did
Went to telling
a
shit.
video on that? It broke the internet. You
Yeah.
know, that's what people do. They latch on, and everybody gives their opinion. So it depends on like seven. Seven's gonna be brilliant with what he has to say. His is gonna be brilliant because a bunch of people looking for that. I think Tony the same way. I think he mentioned the same thing. And
Yeah.
I see the FBA behind it. See, this is what people are looking for now. These are trigger deals that will that's gonna drive people right to you. Because there's a lot of information that people are finding out now, and they want to, and a lot of people want to confirm it,
Right.
you know.
Right.
But entertainment is still overriding everything. You still gonna not beat the girl twerking. You're not gonna beat her.
I'm sick of
You know.
that shit. Sick of seeing them hoes dance.
They damn sure we did. I'll be sick of that shit too. So,
Yeah.
God damn. Oh Lord, I'm telling you. So let me ask before somebody else may have to drop off. I want to ask you this. So if someone was out there getting ready to start a podcast and thinking about starting a podcast, what is something that you would tell them or advise them on? Since we on why I became a podcaster, or anybody else drop off on, just make sure I get that in. So, what advice would you give to someone out there starting a podcast right now?
For me,
Anybody?
just
Orvie and
start.
Tony hit it on.
Huh?
Oh,
Orvie and Tony both said the same thing. You asked me. Pretend you a business,
Yes,
live it.
sir.
Pretend you a business and live it. Invest a little bit into it. You know, you can get grants and all kind of stuff from if you just make you a brand. Somebody might give you $5,000, $10,000 to buy more equipment that you already got.
okay.
Not to buy more equipment you already got.
Sorry, what
Well,
were you about to say? Sorry, you about to say something before I go?
I also think that you need to be uniquely yourself because when you're out there trying to be what everybody else is, you kind of just blend in the fray. But if
Fucking
you're
yeah.
standing out doing your thing, eventually your target audience, like you said, right, you got people that's been following you forever, because they know what to expect from you. And if you build your platform based on that, I think you have a more solid pathway to an actual business than just trying to jump over and find what everybody else is doing.
And I do business with these people like Lauricia. Lauricia has a business where she makes oil because she's mixed, and I guess she was tender-headed like my daughter, but she makes it easier for your hair at the root to untangle, especially
Mm.
if you're tender-headed. She helped my daughter out 1 million
Hmm.
because now her hair is not like that. It's easier for her to comb. It ain't no crying, ain't no hollering. Her and her mom not yelling at each other. I don't have to when I walk by, you know.
Let
Because
me
a lot
go.
of people enjoy it. And so you also do business with people. You find people's niches. We do that with each other. Like I make apparel. Somebody will hit me up. Hey, I got this idea. You think you can put this on there? Yep, sure can. Let's ride. You know
All
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah. Let me go to Tori. She was about to say something a while ago. If you didn't forget, like I'll be forgetting.
No, I was just saying, like, just be yourself. Just start. Like, don't think too deep in it. If it's something that you want to do, this your passion, like, do this shit. It's not hard to do. It's easy. Just be yourself, talking shit. That's all I do. Be myself and talk shit.
All right. All right. Anybody else? Seven, Tony. Anybody got anything on that?
I think for me, man, it's really about I like to I look at what everybody else is doing, but I don't allow that to dictate what I'm doing. I just look at what everybody else is putting out. And I think it's very important for you just to pay attention to the environment of podcasting because it's just like everything else, like it's oversaturated. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be really putting out some decent content or talking about something extremely different now because it's a podcast for damn near everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not different, you're just gonna fall by the wayside. So it's really important for you, like everybody else pretty much been saying, just be unique, be yourself, and just try not to blend in with this like stupid stuff. I feel like, you know what I'm saying. Try to bring something better to the community. You know what I'm saying, to just shine. You know what I mean? Because people would be
Right.
putting weird shit and they don't even be talking about anything. And but that's what people watch the most for some odd reason. I don't
Yes.
understand that shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like Mr. Baker definitely hit it. Be yourself, because that's what's gonna sell. I always tell people, like I talked about my book I wrote, wrote for the youth. Every one of us should be an author. Everybody on this panel got a book or maybe two or three in their lives that they can each write about. So everybody should be an author, and I kind of look at that the same way as podcasting. It's people that just sit on here and eat, and they got a big following. There's people that sit on here and talk about nothing, and they got people that game me. Like, you'll find your tribe just getting on here, doing your thing. You don't have to be like nobody else. You don't have to act like nobody else. Just get up in here, be your authentic self, and your people will find you. I don't know how big or small that might be, but you can build a community no matter what you're doing or how stupid it might seem like to somebody else.
Well, that's for sure. Because I'm gonna tell you. Oh, go ahead, Harvey. Go ahead.
We
Hold
can't
up,
hear
I was
you.
on mute. I was on mute. Hey, I got so excited, man. I hit the wrong button, but my man Tori, you own it, man. I'm actually an author too, man. I wrote a book called "Don't Touch Me, Say No to Sexual Harassment." I wrote it back in 2012, and you're right. We got to invest in ourselves. When I wrote that book, people told me you can't be an author because you didn't go to college for it or you don't know the people. Hey, all it took was self-publishing. I published it myself, and you can buy that book right now. Target, Walgreens, anywhere that they sell books. So I say that to say whatever you think that you could do,
You can do
take
it.
that pen and paper and make it happen. Don't let somebody tell you can't do it because you can be an author. You know, you can be a actress. You can be a model. You can be a DJ. Shout out to the DJ because I did that for a couple of years too, Rice. You know, every time you say DJ, man, I get excited because I made a killing doing that in North Carolina. But the matter of it is, we really have to have these conversations to get more people, not just young, but people in the community, young and old, to realize you don't have to keep going to get somebody's permission to be famous. You don't have to go to get somebody's permission to start something. Start that thing, but look at it like you would look at it going to work for somebody else, but work for yourself.
But since y'all want to plug in y'all motherfucking books and ain't telling nobody that was what the fuck we was
He called
saying.
me out. I had to put it out there, and I appreciate it, Tony.
Nah, for real.
So Since y'all want to throw out y'all books, y'all make sure y'all go get my books on Amazon, The Secret She Kept and the Lies She Told. And then I have two kids' book, one called The Brave Little Mind and the other one's called The Little Seeding Big Feelings. It focuses on mental health when it comes to the kids. So I have two kids' book that's focused on mental health, and then my book is my memoir.
Alrighty, what's up?
would
And see, I believe
if I
what you
wrote
say,
a book,
right?
it'd be a comedy. It would be an autobiography, a comedy, and I would, because I love to make people laugh, so I would make fun of myself through this whole book. I give you a like the way I see it now that I'm older. You know, stuff that might not have been so funny to me back then, funny to me now. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
that's what's up. And Tony, he put out his book, I think, in the intro, I believe, or somewhere up in there also. So that's why I say, guys, whenever you come on, anything that when you do your own intro, anything you want to talk about, anything you want to promote, you put it out there. Some of you guys shared it in the private chat, but if you put up your link or you put up whatever you want to, I'll put that shit on the screen. So hopefully the viewers out there can follow you, go and subscribe. I think we all didn't subscribe to one another's channels right here. But let me just get on one thing right here. Is when we were talking about books, Seven,
Yo,
when you gonna come out with that damn book?
wait, I don't even know what book you talking about, man.
Shit, I'm talking about you writing a damn book. Shit, that's
Come
what I'm
on.
talking about.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. I don't even. I mean, I got a comic book, but other than that, I don't even. Writing a book is not even nowhere in my mind, man.
Yeah,
It's in your
Seven,
mind.
Seven.
Maybe you just need to tell somebody that can write it for you. It's you got plenty of books in your mind. I've talked to you before.
Hell, bring out that comic book, man. I'm a collector.
Yeah,
Bring
yeah.
that comic book out.
Just from talking with
It's
you,
just
Seven,
online.
Seven. Well, what you say?
Oh, the comic book is only online. I'm trying to work on getting it printed though.
Oh, okay. Well, Seven, just from you being on Wizzo Talk, I don't know how many times, damn near almost every episode besides my one-on-ones, I know you got some book shit up in there. So I already know it. So don't put it on down. But even if it ain't the comic book, shit, I know you got some shit on there that's gonna make motherfuckers be like, well, damn, you know.
I mean, I think a lot of the time, I just feel like people attention span not long enough to listen to what I be talking about, man. Honestly, man, because people like to hear things that's quick and just like it's like popular. You know what I mean? The stuff that I be trying to tell people is not it's not quick and it's not popular. You know what I'm saying? Like I could tell somebody how to heal cancer, but if a motherfucker can't sit there long enough to understand,
They ain't
you know
gonna
what I'm saying?
listen.
Right, right. And you know, a woman gonna tell you in a minute she don't want that quick shit, and she gonna get mad when the guy go too damn quick. I'm just saying. So you gotta take your time and put that work in there and work that damn thing shit. So that's all I know. So
That's facts though.
Wizzo, you see on my page when I be posting them questions, how them girls be talking about 20 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours. Baby, who fucking that long? One bitch say
I
they
don't
fuck
know
for 8
nobody
hours.
fucking that long.
One
That's
bitch say they fuck for 8 hours. I say, how in the fuck?
That
you
means
know
your
that shit
trash.
they,
dried up
and
and
they was
everything.
trembling too because they was cramping.
Shit. I ain't gonna go that goddamn long.
I feel if it goes that long, it can't be good, man.
I swear.
If it's quick, then it means that motherfucking shit was on point.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah. Yeah,
So
shit.
that
I'm
means you
just
was
saying.
fat. Like you ain't done nothing in a long time, and boy, you just couldn't wait.
8 hours, that's a long ass shit, bitch.
You was
I ain't even
excited.
fucking for an hour. The fuck?
Hey,
Hey, excited.
y'all better listen to Bernie Mac how he put it out, cause man,
For real. That's
hell
way too
no.
fucking long.
Yeah, we got things to do, man. I gotta
Yeah,
get up in the morning.
shit. Hey, y'all, I know some of y'all. Wait a minute, Ari, what about to get up in the morning?
Man, I gotta get up in the morning, man.
Oh, I
I
thought you.
can't be laid out in
Oh,
8 hours.
I
Am I getting
swear.
paid for it?
I
8
swear.
hours.
No,
yeah,
I'm gonna make the
I know
magic
they was
happen and be
trembling.
done.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know
Angie
they was
baby said her
trembling.
can't hurt after
I
thinking
know they
about 8 hours.
they probably looked. They probably looked almost. I can't say retarded. The R word. They probably got up and the fingers all crippled and trying to hug
Yeah,
each other, scratching each other because they can't.
Need some
Liver cramped
electrolytes
all
up in their
up,
life.
nose messed up,
Shit.
yeah,
ankles.
yeah. I ain't even trying to do all that shit,
Ain't nowhere in
man.
the world you did nothing 8 hours like that.
I swear.
Nah, fuck that. I mean, shit, that dildo ain't gonna even last 8 hours. That motherfucker gonna start to
I
go dead.
swear,
Shit,
shit. That bitch
eight
be a
hours.
hoe if you
Shit,
don't take your ass to
Motherfucker.
sleep,
Shit.
bitch.
All right, y'all check it out right quick, then.
Leave that hoe in her forehead. Hoe, go to sleep.
Yeah, you
They
and
must
you with
have
that horse
multiple
dick you
people
got, you
there.
probably wrap it around the neck and hit him in the head.
Hoe, go to sleep.
They
Hey,
must
y'all,
have
That
multiple
out.
people.
try me posting some shit over there, man. I'll be watching that shit and comments. Sometimes she be off the chain. I'll be like, well, goddamn. So,
People be
but
like, where the fuck you get these questions from? Hey, they
uh,
submit, I ask.
already. So thank y'all. Just what I want to do right quick. I won't hold everybody too much longer. So I'm just go around the room and then just let anybody have any type of closing comments, anything like that. They just want to go. I mean, there's no time limit. Just say what you want to say. Get all whatever you can get out, or make a note. And then if you got to come back and say it again, make sure you do that. And I like to tell my viewers is watching or ask them to please like, share, and subscribe to each and every one of our podcasts. We appreciate y'all support. We appreciate y'all tapping in and watching us. You know, number love and support going on right up in here on Wizzo Talk. So with that being said, somebody gonna come on with me with some little old comments before we close up out here.
I'm going last. Fuck y'all.
Well, I appreciate coming on, man. It's a long time coming. I love way you see you growing. I remember running into you in Killeen when you was first starting. You know what I'm saying? And you were telling about your vision, and then you started building your spot in the backyard. So I love one thing about me, man. I love seeing stuff at the beginning stages. I guess because I started so many different businesses and companies that's the most part of the business I love the most. Of course, we all want to get to the money and we all want to be successful, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But just seeing where you have started at and just seeing what it's growing into, man, I can already see that this is even bigger than you even acknowledge right now. So I appreciate just having you on. And I've been trying. I don't know what when I do go to in the chat, it repeats it like 5 times. But what's her? I hope I am not pronouncing her name wrong. Larissa. Lauricia, okay. Yeah, contact me on my IG, inbox me, or you can email me at rtr.records@gmail.com so we can set up an interview. But as far as me, hey, man, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm building in the community. Go check out my book. And this is a short book because I wrote it for the teens, a lot of the teens that I mentor in the youth. It's a short book. I go to juvenile detention centers and I do all kind of different work like that with the youth because I was that 12-year-old that ran away from home and went to the street life. So that's really my cause. That's one of the reasons why I started the Wealth is Gangster, because I know most of the kids that I deal with, their whole thing is about being real and being gangster and all that. So I want to let them know that you can be the gangsterest person ever and never do harm to nobody and do only positive stuff. That's gangster too. So, you know, and a lot of when I talk to a lot of the quote unquote religious folks or whatever, or the probation officers, they don't kind of like the terminology that I talk to the kids, but the kids get it. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell them, I still got products. I just got different products. You know, so my Wealth is Gangster is on that type of level where I want to talk to the certain demographic. Of course, I want everybody in the world to watch, but I'm really focused on that younger me what I grew up in, and I want to change that narrative for them. If I can grab onto other people and other people love the content, that's cool, whatever. I'm not putting myself in a position like that because I'm not worried about being in a bigger position more than just my target goal, because I want to make an impact over income, and the impact will bring income. So I focus on just my target audience. But I love what's going on here. I learned a lot. I look forward to keeping in contact with everybody. I follow all y'all channels. I would love to come on each one of y'all channels or bring y'all on mine, and just keep building on what's going on now. Miss Toy, I think I see you on the 14th. I'll be on your channel. So thanks for
Hope
that.
you ready. Hope you ready.
I'm ready. You know, 7. I know we supposed to meet last week. We haven't met up, but we gonna definitely swing back around and do that. Because I love what we're doing, man. Like I say, this is our own media, so we running it. We be able to put out what we want to talk about, and any subject that comes to our mind, we're free to talk about it. So that's what I love about this, man. So just thank you for bringing me on, and thanks for everybody that subscribed and started following me. I see my subscriptions went up since I came on tonight. So I appreciate
All
it.
right. That's what's up. Hey, Tony, and I'm glad you mentioned Tony because it was in my notes, but I kept not looking over there at them motherfuckers because I do remember when we met up in Killeen up in there for the first time, and I was telling you about my podcast, and you was talking to me, and I think you recognized me before I recognized you from the Little League football and the stuff I
Way
used to
back
do
in the
and stuff
days.
like
Yeah,
that.
before I started running away or something, I said, man, I know that face, man.
Yeah. So, so once again, man, I appreciate you on here. And I hadn't had a chance to wear my shirts that I got from you yet, but I'm always reaching out to you and
you always supporting. I appreciate you, man. You always
network,
support,
man. Like I tell everybody, it's free, man, absolutely free to like, share, and subscribe. You may not watch it, but somebody else might be wanting to go on and watch it. So I'm always in the comments trying to check out when I get a chance. And so let's come on over to who we got. God damn, I was trying to share some of this on the screen. Rice, what you got for us on them closing comments?
Oh no, I think this is a wonderful thing. I'm just gonna go back to clowning and having fun, and then being intellectual when I have to be. But if we all in the same area, that's even dope. I think all of us live in the Central Texas area, huh? Most of
Stop for me.
No,
Yeah.
I live in North Carolina, but I'm from Florida.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm in Wisconsin, Minnesota. I'm way out Minnesota.
Us in the Central Texas area, we might have to have a meet and greet.
Yeah, no
don't
doubt.
leave
We
me.
actually
I
know
want to
each
come.
other.
You
That's
do?
fine.
Yeah, y'all little ugly ass. Don't leave me.
I hope not by yourself. Shit.
I'm coming with that big boy.
Hey, Tony, you post your IG.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I don't know. You see, it's posted 3 times. I don't know what's going on with the chat, but yeah, I was trying to. She's asking me what my IG is. Wealth is gangster.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Go ahead. Bryce, finish up.
No, I was done. Like a little small meet and greet or so.
That's a good
and make
idea.
sure we push each other and like and share each other out. I didn't
That's
know
good.
it was many people from Central Texas doing YouTube because when I talk about it, everybody that I know seems to not have a YouTube channel or look at YouTube.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's
So
up. That's what's
everybody's
up.
more Facebook, TikTok, Instagram oriented,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
it's good to find people that actually have a YouTube channel that actually have content on their YouTube channel. Like I say, ain't no telling when I'm gonna come on. I might just want to listen to some music and want y'all to jam out with me. That's about it. Sometimes I might have a topic. I might feel strongly about something like Cornell West. But
Yeah.
Well,
you know what, Rice? When you was talking about getting together, we may do that, and what we do for the ones that can't meet wherever, hell, we'll put them up on the monitor and set the mic up. Shit, this technology shit, we'll zoom the ass in.
Make it feel like we there.
And Terrence already said he wanted to come in too.
Really do that for each other. Like if it's somebody's birthday, somebody just might, in another state, might what they call that Grub Hub or something, where they can go to the liquor store and get you a bottle and deliver it to your house. People will do that.
Right.
Once you get that $sign up here, Wizzo, you're gonna see things. Man, things changed for me drastically once I got that little I was able to put that little $sign thing up there. People just come in and give you $10. Hey, how you doing? Feel like giving you $10 today. It's called a super chat. Stuff like that.
Wizzo doing it for fun. When he see that first 6 figure come out of he'll be over there retiring from work. I'm talking about I do this full time now.
I will tell you, I mean, it could happen, and I appreciate you guys' vision that y'all see for Wizzo Talk. But on real, I'm just I'm just out here doing it. I'm deep off into it. Like I said, I probably did spend about 15 grand into it with some unnecessary shit. But it was my money. It's what I want to do. It's what I like to do. So if it makes something, fine. If it don't make nothing, shit, I don't give a shit. But if it does, I'm gonna spend that shit though. If it make it though, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. And it don't take but one. Like my one homeboy, he didn't have but 200 or 300 views, but he ended up catching like this huge story on the police chase of this real wanted dude, and he saw the police laying their stripes out. 50,000 view, 50,000 subs. Like the next morning, he woke up over 1 million views, and he's not subbed. So guess what? He didn't get nothing for all that. He didn't take it
Yeah,
Damn.
serious like Harvey was talking about. He was
yeah,
just
yeah,
doing something, and
yeah.
now he got to negotiate with YouTube. And we got another friend. He's Charleston White's little cameraman when Charleston go to Atlanta.
Hell
He got
yeah.
a channel. I can't remember what it's called, but he got another channel where he interview people and stuff. But it's so many different walks. I'm telling y'all that you're gonna get to meet a whole lot of different people,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
a
no
whole lot
doubt.
of different walks, and everybody. The one thing I love about just the world in general is none of us know everything, but everybody knows something.
Right,
Exactly.
exactly. Let put it in reverse before we go to the next person here with the closing comments. Uh, and Tony, I see what you were saying about because I just posted and it went 3 times. I guess that's because I'm on 3 different
Yeah, I'm finna
platforms.
say because you're on
Yeah.
all them platforms. That's why.
Right. So, but you can find me on Wizzo Talk. You know, I'm on YouTube. That's my main one. Wizzo Talk 8972. You should see my logo. See a picture of me, the logo in the back. So, if you anyone out there want to subscribe to my channel, we appreciate your love and support. And Tony just put up heels right there. Wealth is gangster. So, you guys, anyone out there want to subscribe to him, we appreciate that,
I
and so
just
forth and so on.
if you was
So,
on my channel and you was over there and you was talking on my channel, y'all can now go and sub to anybody that's in blue over there because you in blue. All you got to do is go to their name, hit them 3 dots, go to channel, and hit the sub button.
see, I
And
ain't know all that shit.
that's what I call community building.
Yeah, yeah, appreciate you there,
Period.
Angie,
Thank
baby.
you.
All righty. Okay, well let me you taught me so y'all I'm telling y'all I've learned a lot from just us podcasters on here. I'm telling you, and I appreciate that shit. You know, 7. What you got on them closing comments right there? I was loud the motherfucker then.
Um, man, pretty much. I feel like what to anybody who's trying to do anything, not just podcasts, the one of the major things is whenever you're starting anything new, there's always going to be a fear or some type of hesitation. You know, you're always going to feel like, am I good enough, or why should I be doing this because somebody else is doing it? You know what I'm saying? I think the most important thing is just for you to do it one time and then get a feel for it and see how you feel about it. Just get your feet wet. Never look at other people's what they're creating or their content to compare to your content because we all do things differently. Even if you talk about the same thing somebody else has talked about, it's just important that you're yourself when you're talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Like Rice said, we all see things differently. We all know different things, so we all can bring something different to the table. And it's just really important that you really believe in yourself. Even if you don't have a circle of people to believe in you, it's really important that you believe in yourself. Even if you don't know how to get your work out there, I would say still do it because some of the best people I found on just scrolling and just clicking on some shit that looked like it could be interesting. You'll never know who will find you, but when it's your time to be found, you will be found. So just have faith in yourself and man, just do it. That's the most important thing, man. Just get it done, man.
Already, that's what's up. Appreciate that. OB, what you got?
Man, I can't stress enough how happy I am every time I come on one of these podcasts and stuff, man. Us kicking together, and I really mean this from the bottom of my heart. It brings me back to the 70s when I used to be in the barbershops with the elders in my community on the south side of Chicago, talking about shit, and learning more about my community and myself. But I'm going to put this out there, and if you don't jump on it, I understand, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. I'm thinking a Wizzo Talk Texas conference. We're talking about getting
Ooh.
together in Texas. We can talk offline. We can brainstorm on this. But if all these YouTubers can have conferences and all these other businesses have conferences, I don't see why we can't find a nice hotel in Texas that's got a conference room in there, and maybe people put $25 to come to the first annual Wizzo Talk Texas conference, and we go ahead and brainstorm and do what we're doing right now. Bring our books, bring our t-shirts, talk about what our upcoming shows are. Hell, talk about the movies we got coming on. Because when I finish my documentary, I'm definitely going to be reaching out to each and every one of y'all to try to pitch my documentary on y'all show. But
Period.
why not start with Texas? We talked about it as fun, but I will bring my black ass to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
He will.
Let's kick that
I
around a
think,
little bit. Let's make that happen.
well,
Yeah.
I
And it'll
think
be
that
the
would
first of
also be
many.
a tax write-off, wouldn't it?
Yes,
Wouldn't it
sir.
help? Yeah,
Yes, sir. It's business.
Yeah.
we
And
can
we
do that like the
and we
people
can
do
talk about that in the conference.
Yeah.
already.
Damn, I like that shit.
Me
Y'all,
too.
that's I wasn't nowhere near that shit. That's
Hey,
Everything you
It's,
got,
I'm trying to
teamwork
interview
make the
y'all.
dream work,
Y'all
man.
just started a
Wizzo,
Wisdom
you need to
conference
talk
up
to
in this
your
thing.
Wizzo, all that money you spent on all that stuff, that stuff owed back to you, man.
I
Yeah.
swear.
Now,
Your
it's
business
gonna
ain't
come
made
back
no
to him
money,
because
man.
he's playing with it and spent that much money. I know people dead serious and won't spend $200 on it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
Yes,
saying?
sir.
For
Well, they
real.
say they dead
They got
serious
a
and won't
phone.
spend $200.
Yeah.
yeah.
They got a
No,
phone, a free phone, and a camera on the back of the phone.
yeah. Heard that shit.
Well,
OB.
I'm all in for doing some work. You know me, I did 20 years in the military. You see me in action over there in Iraq. How I like to arrange stuff and make stuff happen. I'm dead serious about it.
Yeah.
We can talk it, walk it, put a budget to it, and we can get to see each other's happy faces face to face in Texas and start one of many.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that in my notes. But Harvey, before we get over here to talk, let me I want to talk about that documentary for a minute. I've watched one of them that you had the lady on, but just let everybody know a little bit about that.
Okay, just real quick, y'all can go to my YouTube channel and find out some of the interviews I've done. But I'm doing a documentary on the Survivors Memorial. It's the first of its kind in the United States that's a memorial dedicated to survivors of sexual violence. Now, I got into this because I used to be a victim advocate and sexual assault response coordinator in the military. And when I retired, I was teaching people how to become victim advocates and sorts. Well, now I'm on this kick to really try to bring attention to this memorial that's been in existence for 4 years and people don't know about it. And just to give y'all a heads up on what's going on, I just found out that there's a second one in Wisconsin that nobody knows about, nobody talks about. This is important to me because when we talk about sexual harassment, sexual assault, this is not just something that I saw in the military. It's happening in our communities. And that's the reason why I wrote my book. And I really want to put more attention on this and not make it something that we talk about and say, well, we feel sorry that happened. Let's not talk about it no more. No, I want to talk about it to the point that we're tired of this shit happening. We're going to put people out to be accountable for what they're doing. And here's my biggest thing. We're going to support survivors. I don't think survivors get supported like they should. And I'm going to go to my grave fighting because I'm a victim advocate. I'm a big brother. I'm a father. And I'm a protector of the community. So this comes natural to me.
That's what's
Love
up.
it.
So y'all check him out over there. Check that out most definitely. And now the drum roll, please. See, damn, I needed that. I needed that board that Rice was talking about
Yeah,
before we
what's
played
more
cards in
right?
here.
Shit.
Uh,
Big dick. No. Hey, these people
yeah,
probably like, is this girl a
I
man for real? No, I'm not a man, y'all. It was just something that was being funny. But I am Toy Blackman. You can find me Successful Toy Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. Listening wise, I'm on all platforms if you just want to listen, but watching live is on YouTube and Twitch. I go live Monday through Saturday, 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. Sundays are my free days. I don't do nothing on Sundays, but get prepared for the next week's shows. I have a clothing brand. It's called Are You Successful or Are You Successful? So what I mean by that is, are you just successful or are you full of success? My keywords that I always say is stay focused, stay humble, stay positive. I have shirts for that also on my website. You can shop my brand at www.successfultoypodcast. I also have a card game called 21 Question. It's only digital right now. I'm trying to find a good company to produce it for me to where it could be physical cards. But right now it's just digital. So you can shop that game also on my website. What else? If you want to reach out to me and want me to be on your podcast, you can email me at successfultoy@gmail.com, or you could just go on my website. What else, y'all? What am I missing? Thank you for having me. I appreciate y'all. I was one of the guys tonight, but my dick was bigger than theirs. And yeah, whenever y'all want to come back, I want to come back, and I want to come back, and I want to talk shit. I don't want to be professional the next time. I want to talk shit.
Let's
All
talk
right.
that shit.
Cause I
Yeah.
watched you last Wednesday, and y'all had some good topics, and y'all was talking that shit, and I was like, bitch, I should have been on now.
I think that's one of the barbershop talks, boy. You
I want to
never
be
know
on the
where that shit
barbershop
gonna
talk.
go.
I want to be
Yeah.
on the barbershop talk.
Come
Hey,
on.
Talk, tell Arby that what you were saying when how you referenced the barbershop. You like, they don't look like no
Yeah.
when you tell me.
So he said it was a barbershop. When I hear the barbershop, I was like, they don't look like they in no goddamn barbershop. What the fuck are they talking about barbershop? But then it came to me like, okay, I get it. Like how we gossip in the beauty salon. That's what they
Exactly.
mean by barbershop
Yup.
talk.
There it is.
Gotcha.
There it is.
Yeah.
All the
They
shit talking.
But I want to be,
Barbershop.
I want to be in the barbershop, and I feel like I should be on the barbershop. And you know why? Because I'm not biased. I'm not gonna come on there and uphold these girls if. So
Right.
the women will be mad at me because they'll be like, what the fuck is she talking about? No, because I'm going to keep it real because, bitch, I done been around the world. Bitch, I was Jenny from the block one time before. If you read my book, you would know. I can touch on every subject. So I ain't going to sit here and be like, oh, y'all ain't going to be talking about women. Like, no, some of these hoes need to be talked about because
No,
everybody
no,
want to
yeah.
be city girls these days. Nobody want to be a woman no more. Everybody want a
Bring
nigga
that
to
fire.
take care of them. Bitch, no, bitch, get out and get your shit. Like, I never been a needy ass bitch. Even when I was dating niggas, like, I never sat around and let no motherfucker took care of me. Like,
Damn. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Sorry.
talking about. So sound like we
Yeah.
gonna have another guest on barbershop
Hey,
talk.
I'm looking forward to that barbershop talk. I'm gonna wear my sweater.
I'm
I
glad
ain't
I
gonna even
know
have my
you
hat on.
stream. I'm glad I know when you stream to it, my people, because you'll probably get a lot of us. Because we like conversations like that.
yeah, I talk about
You
real
know,
shit. Rice, you got to see. With Zoe, you better tell him about my page. You got to see my Successful Toy podcast on Facebook, man. I be going ham. I do
Yeah,
not
yeah.
listen. I don't. The questions be for the women, and when they come in on there and they be trying to be all bougie, oh, why does this and why does that? Bitch, shut the fuck up. I disagree, because you hoes be doing some dumbass shit. Like, come on, don't come on here acting like you all innocent. Let's keep it blood raw. That's why on my fucking podcast, like, I like blood raw. Like, come on here and talk your shit. Don't come over here and trying to paint the picture like you this goody two shoe. All us done did some fucked up shit in life. Don't act like you ain't got no story and you can't relate. I can relate to everything. I done been raped. I done been a hoe. I done sold pussy. I done been a stripper. I done been a bartender. Bitch, what else do you want? I done did it all.
Well, I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna raise the offering. Seb, pass that collection plate around one more time. Cause shit, we got to get paid up in this motherfucker. Shit, goddamn. Shit, she done been around the world, so she said,
Yes.
What
I
we
can
putting
relate.
up in there?
no.
I can relate to everything, bro. Like on some
Hit the
real
wallet.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can relate.
Well,
can relate.
goddamn, shit. That's what I'm
you'll
talking about.
you'll be easy to find a few communities. Like I said, around you'll find a few communities that would be happy to have you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We that's what we do. My community, we just because we know so many people, we just try to put everybody in communities where they're comfortable. We got cooks over here, and we all check on each other. You know, support is free.
Right.
So even if I don't come, even if I don't stay, what I will do is I'll come in, speak, like, and share.
And share. Yeah. Then we said that earlier with I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
even if I don't stay and watch the whole show, trust me, I'm gonna like, share, say, hey, just slide through, showing support, and I'm gonna
Yep.
share it and go about my business because
Yeah.
sharing it will help you more than just me sitting there watching it anyways.
Mhm.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And I already knew when Rice came over, I knew he was gonna bring his whole crew. Shit, definitely every time he come on, Rice bring a flood load of them and shit. So I appreciate
Period.
all your guests and appreciate all the love and support and wholeheartedly.
I want to be
Anybody?
like Rice. Right now, I only got two that's like that. I
Oh
want to
no,
be
don't
like
worry.
Rice.
Everybody in here, they said that they 9 times out of 10, everybody in here done sub to you when I
Yeah,
drop the link, and
yeah,
so you might
Thank
get
y'all.
eight,
I
nine, ten
appreciate it.
people new subs, and then my people, like I say, one thing we good about is going and checking on people that we find are cool. And
yeah,
we used to even do it to where, like, let's say I had been streaming for 3 hours, and I was like, look, I don't feel like streaming no more, y'all. Is anybody else going live? And then somebody else say, well, I'm going live. Or we'll find another one of our friends on live, and what we'll do is like have a raid. So all the 20 people I got in my room would go over there with the 20 people they got in their room. Now we got 40 people over there.
Right.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? And
yeah,
it's all a conversation. And you can have up to 10 people on here. So we used to have it
yeah, yeah, no
full with
doubt. Yeah,
and that's why it's gotten different because everybody went back to work because after the pandemic. But during
Yeah.
pandemic, yeah, it would be 10 people. We'd all be talking, having fun. The disrespectful ones, they find themselves out by themselves real fast because ain't nobody gonna go for all that. Ain't nobody doing
Right.
all that all the time.
already.
But
And another thing with that sub and just making sure that they hit that notification bell. So
yeah,
that way,
yes,
whenever
sir.
we do post, you'll get something. Cause I have something coming up for the next 3 Wednesdays of this month. And I'm trying to squeeze in another one because we got to get another barbershop talk in. And I'm just working on a couple other things. But I say this, you guys were talking about, I think, Tori, you said it also, you can go by yourself and go on by yourself. I haven't done that yet. Uh, I'm always just reaching out to me some guests and coming up with some topics to get on. One day I might just try that shit. I just don't. I don't know. I just haven't thought about going by myself if I have to.
Yeah. Just think of something that you want to talk about, a topic or something like that, like they were saying, like a basically a hot topic. But me, when I started by myself, I only used to do my YouTube channel, and I just used to record myself before I started going live, and I do 21 questions, voicing my opinions on a question, and by that's my number one segment. I just added all the other ones.
Yeah.
So I need to have something in place of if I don't have a guest. Like it's hard for me to be. I don't know why people don't be want to do my panels. I don't know if they scared or what.
That's what it is. A lot of people are shell shocked because people
Hey,
are
let me
booted.
know when you have a panel again.
Because
I'm
I'll come
looking.
up on
I'm
you.
looking for people now. I
I'll
need.
come
Hey,
up on your panel
I need.
anytime you
put me
ask
on
me.
down there. Wizzo will tell you.
Ask Wizzo have I ever
I,
told him no.
I need
Yeah.
some people for September the 11th.
I
I
think
need
Okay.
I.
three.
What day
I
is
need
that?
3 women. I need 3 women, and I need for I need two more women for the 14th. I already got all the men's for the 14th, but for the 11th, I need 3 men and I need 2 more women.
Send me the information. I'll be on the 11th.
All right.
Yeah.
Already. Just
Yeah.
let me
And
know. And
I'll
I'll
be doing
join.
one on the 11th. Which one, Tori? You doing? What you doing on the 11th?
I'm doing a panel on 11 too, the men versus women, and then I got
Shit.
the one Friday 7 on the one Friday. He gonna be on the one
Yeah.
Friday.
That's what mine is on the 11th. I got one of
Oh
men
shit!
versus women
But we
too.
got different times. We in
Yeah, we
different
do.
time
We
zone.
we,
Yeah.
we do. It ain't no big deal. And on the 18th, I'm interviewing one lady with I don't have the title, but it's gonna be something about hospice care. And on the 25th, I've got one guy that's a funeral home director. So talking with him, those two gonna be one-on-ones. So most definitely, in we different time zones and different things like that. I will say, Arby, I really like that Wizzo Talk conference. That shit there,
Hey,
that,
I wrote it in my notebook. I'm gonna start making. You know how I do, man. You
yeah,
send me something, I'll lawyer that shit up. I'm gonna start
yeah,
writing something on here now and send you some ideas. But
yeah,
really, we gotta support each other. And like I
yeah.
said, I'm down for all y'all. You send me the stuff, Toy. I'll be there for the 11th. But more than anything, I want us to be thinking outside the box on stuff. The most fun thing to me is thinking bigger than where we at because I'm listening to y'all, and every last one of y'all, I'm hearing like a little movie short.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hear it,
it's
and we
it's
we can talk and
crazy.
write that stuff together.
It's crazy because I want to do a short film for my book, The Secret
Talk,
She Kept
Toy.
and the Lies She
Take
Told.
my information. Talk to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Already.
most definitely. Well, we've been working this shit together tonight. That's for
Hell
damn
yeah.
sure. That's what's
Hell
up.
yeah.
That's
This
what's
was
up. Yeah,
amazing.
That's
yeah,
how it's supposed to work.
yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this, and I'm gonna say Guys, I appreciate it wholeheartedly, each and every one of you for coming on Wisdom Talk. We've all shared a lot of information, and you guys got bigger dreams for me than what I even thought for
So,
myself because I wasn't nowhere near thinking, nowhere near that. I just wanted to do a podcast. Like I say, when my son said, "Daddy, start a podcast," I'm like, "What the fuck is a podcast?" I didn't know what that shit was. $15,000 later, and so many. I think I got 280 some thousand total views or some shit like that on YouTube. So I just like watching the numbers grow up, and I like and appreciate the conversation that we have. We may start here and we'll finish over there somewhere like that. So it's just outstanding. And Toy, every time I look at you, I'm gonna see your big old dick. I just want you to know that.
Oh my God.
God damn.
King Diggaling, that is.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I always say this is your boy Paul Wizzo. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys for coming on. Holla at your boy. We up out of here.